G'day guys, Graham again. Parmelia renovation is pretty much complete. We've got the cleaning happening today and we've got the gardener coming tomorrow, so that'll get it all finished. But as far as the actual renovation part of the process, it is complete. Staging will be next Friday. So today's Friday, a week from today, property will be staged, and then photos the following Monday and on the market. Anyway, I'll give you a bit of an update as to my current project before I give you a look around this one. What we've got happening at the moment, so my Kelmscott project, obviously I just shared the result. Yeah, had a great outcome obviously. I accepted obviously a subject sale initially, so the offer was $620. That has now officially gone under contract, so it took a couple of weeks. But yeah, that was a great deal. Purchased that Kelmscott property for $350. I went a little bit over in my budget, ended up spending $90K on the renovation, sold it for $620, and in the end that gave me a $132,000 profit. So that was a great outcome for Kelmscott. Obviously this Parmelia one, we're only about week 4 or 4 weeks into the renovation. It's been a very quick one, this one. So like I said, this will be on the market, yeah, just probably about 10 days time. And also some other good news, my Rockingham project settles, well, it was meant to settle at 11 o'clock and it's about 10 past 11, so it'll be settling any time. So as soon as this one's finished, we've got another one starting in Rockingham, which is another really good project. Anyway, that's a little bit about what's happening. Let me show you through this property and show you how it's sort of come up. It is absolutely filthy at the moment, and this was intentional. I wanted to show you the property, what it looked like after the renovation, before it gets cleaned up. So what I'll do, the next video, the last video, when we come back and do the photos after staging, myself and the photographer, the videographer, will do a video of the home completely finished with all furniture and all the rest of it. There's a loud plane out there above the roof, which is pissing me and the photographer off. So if you can hear it, that's what it is. I can certainly hear it. But anyway, this is the renovation. So let's just go through what we've done, and I'll talk about maybe some of the things that we haven't done. When you're flipping property, it's all about spending money where you need to, but obviously holding off and not spending in certain areas, because it's about obviously maximising your return. So anyway, this is the property. This is obviously the living area. Obviously, you come in the front door. This is the first room that we see. Hybrid floors throughout. Obviously, they are completely filthy at the moment, but they will come up really good. So, house has been completely painted. Obviously, the oyster lights are throughout. One thing that's annoyed me a little bit about these oyster lights, this house is quite dark. So, of all the renos I've done about 24, 25 projects now in the last few years. This has probably been the darkest house, and these lights are bright. So, but yeah, maybe it's the patio in the back that's keeping it quite dark and stuff like that. But anyway, window treatments are up, so you wouldn't have seen these last time. Obviously, the windows need a bloody good clean. Look, these window frames are not ideal. They look a bit tacky, but it is what it is. You're not going to go spend money on putting in new windows and stuff like that when you're renovating in a budget sort of location. So that's something just going to have to deal with. But obviously, windows will get cleaned today. Aircon was original as well. Again, I'm not going to go spend a few $1,000s on putting in a new split system aircon. That one works perfectly. It just needs a decent clean. Apart from that, obviously, yeah, flooring and skirting has been done. We'll head over into the bedrooms. Alrighty, so master bedroom. It's definitely very echoey in here without any furniture, but it is what it is. Again, you've seen this before. Last video, you saw the flooring. It's absolutely filthy. Again, like I said, it's intentional. I'm showing you what it looks like prior to being cleaned. In here, we have the ensuite. So you can have a look. You can see that's the little. It's obviously a tiny ensuite. It's tiny. There was not even anywhere to put a mirror, so we've had to put the mirror above the toilet. So not ideal, but look, it is what it is when you've got a window above the vanity. So yeah, so that's it. Basically, tiling's all done. Shower screens in there. You saw the shower screen in. Small little vanity. Plumber's done fit off. Toilet. Happy days. In actual fact, he could have put the mirror on that wall there, but it is what it is. Alrighty, so let's head this way. All right, again, bed 2, small, but it is what it is. So it is a small 4x2, but look, small 4x2s still achieve a better price than a 3x1. So I don't go to the effort of putting these robes and stuff like that in. It's just not something you're going to get your return on in this sort of area and this sort of market. Obviously Perth at the moment, it's a hot market. The lower end of market of Perth is very, very hot. Investors are buying and they're paying, they're buying properties based on, potential growth and rental yield and stuff like that. I'm not going to, if I go to put, spend, $1,500 bucks, $2,000 on every robe throughout the room and spend $6,000 to $8,000 on robes, it's just something that I'm not going to get a return on. So that's why I don't do it. Moving out. Same again, bed 3. Obviously the blinds are in. I mean, another thing to be mindful of, like asbestos fences and stuff like that. This area is full of, it's an older area, so a lot of the fences are asbestos. I don't go to the effort of putting up new fences and stuff like that unless they're damaged and broken and I need to. So there's one fence out there that's not ideal, but again, I'm not going to go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars on new fencing when I don't need to. All right, and we come into the kitchen. So kitchen is done. I'm not sure if the stone tops were in the last video, but obviously the plumber's been and done fit off. Blinds are up. So sinks in. It's a tiny kitchen, I know, but we've got to work with what we've got. Because of this shape, because it's a U shape, it wasn't going to work to have cupboards down this side. It would have been too narrow in here. So we've worked with what we've got. So fridge recess, overhead cupboards, pantry, overhead cupboard, microwave recess, some cupboards underneath, cutlery drawer and drawers there, kitchen sink, oven, cooktop, range hood and some overhead cupboards and a nice splashback. So that's what we've got in the kitchen, nice and simple, and we work with what we got. Moving on. All right, bed 4. Again, pretty much the same as bed 2 and 3, not a lot to see. Toilet, absolutely filthy. This, we did not do anything. I thought to myself, look, it looks fine. I wasn't going to rip it all out. That is the original toilet. We haven't had to do anything in there. That is done. Head into the bathroom. That has been finished. Now the light and the fan in here are on the same thing, so it kind of sucks because it's quite noisy. But new vanity. We've basically tiled the flooring in there, new mirror, but we've kept the original bath and everything like that, and it already had full height wall tiling, so there was a little bit of tiling we had to do to match, but apart from that we've just left it as is. So a bit of a cheaper reno, the fact that we didn't have to really do any much to that bathroom and didn't have to do that, touch that toilet there either. And then finally is the laundry. Normally I actually tile the laundries, but in this situation we didn't. We just used the hybrid floor throughout. Hybrid floor is waterproof. We've just put in the trough. Again, it's budget. I'm not going to this extent of putting in full cabinets in the laundry and stuff like that, because the investors who are buying in here, it's not a big issue. Let's go out and have a look outside. All right, so like I said, the gardener hasn't started yet. He's actually going to be here tomorrow. It's pissed down with rain all week here in Perth, so hence why it was going to get done earlier in this week, but it has literally bucketed down all week. So patio and that all needs a good clean. It's pretty filthy, just needs a good spray, hose down. Obviously, this has all been painted, but with the wheelbarrow that's been going over, painter's going to come back tomorrow, give this another bit of a tidy up. Garden's obviously got to clean up all the grass. The garden beds have to be all completely cleaned out, mulched and everything like that. Likewise, these garden beds over here will be cleaned out, mulched and everything like that. Over in the corner here, that'll all be cleaned up as well. And then likewise over here in the chicken pen, I've just decided to keep that. We've just cleaned it out and left it, and then whoever the new owner is, they can do whatever they want in there. That is pretty much it. Obviously the shed, you've been inside the shed a few times. If it is an owner-occupier buy, I reckon it potentially the reason could be this shed. It's certainly something that's valued in this area, with tradespeople and stuff like that. Obviously big shed, big workshop, powered. It's even got a mezzanine in there as well. So it could be desired or desirable for some owner-occupiers for sure, but at the same time, most of the buyers for me in this market, in this area, in the last few years, majority have been investors. Anyway, sweet. All right, so at the front, you remember we had pretty dodgy fence and enclosure here, so that's obviously all been opened up. So new ColourBond fence there, and then this was the existing gate. We have just painted it up and yeah, finished it off. A bit more ColourBond over there. And actually, no, that there was original. So this ColourBond here is new, and then the existing fence has just been painted. Likewise, if you have a look at this patio, this was really like quite terrible looking. So it's had a paint job, and it looks 10 times better now that it's been painted. Likewise, we did have, just while I remember, we had 2 different colour patios here. So that one at the end there is a much newer patio, whereas this was a completely different colour. So we've painted this just to match it in with the other patio. So that is that. And if we have a look at the front, nothing's been done. Skip bin will get picked up early next week. I'll leave it there so the gardener can finish off and put any rubbish in there while he's here tomorrow doing the gardens. But look, like I said, it's all going to be, you know, this is all going to be obviously mowed. We do have this dead patch in here. I did put down some seed and that sort of stuff to try and, you know, to get it to go. Haven't had much joy with that, so it is what it is. I'm not going to pay a few $1,000s to put some grass and retic down at the front when I don't need to. But the rest of it is just all going to be completely cleaned up over the next, well, pretty much hopefully the gardener should get it all done in one day. It's not really that big a job. So apart from that, obviously we painted the roof. The roof was very faded. We've painted the front elevation of the home. And then yeah, driveways I'm not going to worry about. I painted the back out there because I kind of needed to. But driveway is probably not in the best nick. It's a bit cracked and all that stuff anyway. So just going to leave it the concrete colour that it is. Anyway, that is pretty much this one in a nutshell. So just to recap where we're at. This property is being cleaned today, so I'm hoping today, Friday the 25th of July, that this house is completely cleaned inside. They were meant to be here this morning at 8 o'clock. I had to ring when I got here today to do this. I realised obviously that they weren't here, so they've assured me someone's going to be here in the arvo to clean it. Good thing is we've got a week until staging because it was the earliest that my staging company could get in. And like I said, so gardener will be here tomorrow. Gives me a little bit of time early next week. If I'm not happy with the cleaning, not happy with the gardening or anything like that, I can get them back to finish off anything. So I've got a bit of time before staging next week. As for the price, look, I paid a little bit more for this one than I would have liked. It's definitely at the higher end. I paid $450, but I reckon that this one, you know, going off Kelmscott 3x1, I got, you know, $620 for that. I'd have to say, you know, that this one would have to get, you know, probably close to $650 or something like that. So there will still be, you know, if I was as a betting man, I'd have to say there's still going to be at least 70 to 80k profit in this one, which is not bad. It's been a pretty little easy sort of reno. You know, what are we, 4 weeks into the job? So the good thing about these cosmetic renos is that you can do multiple at the time. So, you know, obviously I had that Kelmscott one I just finished, rolled straight into this one, rolling straight into Rockingham that settles today. So if you can make those sorts of profits, $80,000, $100,000, $120,000 profits, and you can do 8 or 10, you can make some pretty good money flipping houses. Anyway, that is all I'm here to show you for today. As always, I'll keep you updated with the progress and the outcome, and there will be one more final video on this property when I think it's the 5th of August, after we stage it. That's Friday, next Friday, get staged. That Monday after, it'll be photos, and we'll do a last little video showing you how it looks completely furnished and ready for the market. Thanks guys.